Hello friends, today we are going to do part 3 of physics classes, and the chapter is going on motion. The name of the chapter is motion and it's class 9th chapter. We have discussed in the previous session about distance and displacement. Now two more points are there which I'm going to discuss about the same topic, that is that distance. See, we have discussed about distance and displacement. I have given what are the differences between them, and I think the definition also you would have understood. As I told you, that distance is the actual length or actual path covered by any object. Okay, this gives you actual path, whereas displacement gives you what? The shortest path. Okay, shortest path. Okay, and it is in a straight line. Shortest path always will get in a straight line only. Okay, in a straight line, right? And then this is irrespective of any direction. Distance is irrespective of any direction, whereas this has specific direction. A particular direction is mentioned in case of displacement. A specific direction is there in case of displacement. Okay, now one more thing you have to keep in your mind, and it is that distance traveled by any moving body, any moving object cannot be zero. When we talk about distance, the distance cannot be zero, cannot be zero for any moving object. Okay, if any body or any object is moving, for any moving object. So if any object is moving, in such cases distance cannot be zero, whereas it is not necessary for the case of displacement. Displacement can be zero. For any moving object, displacement can be zero. Now you will say that if a distance is covered, if some path is covered by any object, then if we say that distance cannot be zero, then how is it possible that displacement can be zero? Let us try to understand by example. Okay, so suppose any object is moving. Say if an object has started, suppose from this point, okay, let it be point A, right, and it is moving towards, say, like this. Suppose it's moving from A to B. Okay, now again it's coming towards, say, C, right? So this point, and then again it's moving towards point A. Okay, so this, suppose this is, say, your 5 kilometers. It has moved up to B as 5 kilometer. Then it has moved down to C as equal to 3 kilometer distances. And then from here again it has moved up to 4 kilometers. Okay, so you can see that it has covered some distance from the body has started from A, then it has moved up towards B, then it has gone towards C, and then it has reached to its initial position, say A. So distance covered by the body is what? Let us try to see. Distance covered is what here? Distance covered here is 5 kilometer plus 3 kilometer and plus 4 kilometers, which is equal to 12 kilometers, right? Which is equal to 12 kilometers. Now in this case, the displacement is how much? How much is the displacement? Displacement is 0. Why? Why we are going to get displacement 0? You can see here that the object has started from A to B and gone through C, and then it has reached back to point A. What does it show? It shows that it has covered some path, which was the actual path, and it was equal to 12 kilometers. But when we are talking about a straight line which has been drawn through A to A, you can see that from initial point to final point, this was point A was the initial position, and the final position itself was also the point A, which shows that from A to A, the distance the object has reached to point A. It has started from A and has reached to point A. So there was no distance covered, no displacement covered by the moving body, because there was no straight line path was discovered in this case. That is why here the displacement was 0. I hope you have understood. If not, let us take another example. Say you are going to draw a circular path. Suppose a man is a cyclist, you can say, is traveling or is moving in a circular path. Okay, suppose the cyclist has started from point A and it has gone through this. Okay, it has gone through this. You can see this also, that the direction is changing here. Okay, now the cyclist has started from point A and has moved along this circular path and has reached again to point A. So what distance the cyclist has covered? So let us find out. So distance covered by the cyclist is what? The distance covered by the cyclist is the length of this total circular path. And what is the length of the total circular path? It is the circumference, right? As we know, the length of the boundary of the circle is known as circumference, and it is equal to how much? It is 2 pi r. So here the distance is what? Distance is 2 pi r, which is covered by the cyclist. Okay, the distance is covered by the cyclist, which is equal to 2 pi r. But what about the displacement? Since the cyclist has reached to the same initial position, it has started from initial position A and has reached to the same position. So its final and initial position both are same. Since the final position, it has started from A and has reached to point A. So its final and initial, when initial and final position, and final position both are same. If initial position and final position both are same, then displacement will be 0. Displacement is 0. So this is the reason we can say that distance cannot be 0 for any moving object. For any moving body or any moving object, distance cannot be 0. But displacement can be 0, and the reasons are the same, that if initial position and final position, if they both are equal, if the initial position is same as final position, it means displacement will be 0, because no straight line can be discovered over there. That is why you won't get any straight line path, and the distance and the shortest distance will be only 0. So this is the thing which you have to keep in your mind. And now in the next part 4, I'll come up with the uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Thank you.